in the Senior Bowl?
No, I wasn't invited. I went to the Japan Bowl, but we had another tight end coming out the same year, and they invited him instead of me. So, yeah.
What was the Japan Bowl?
Where?
Yeah, not what.
What and where?
Was
it was an all-star game. A little history about it. It had like the past 3 Heisman Trophy winners there. Bo Jackson was there. I want to say Flutie before then, but yeah, it was a big deal.
Where was it?
It was in Japan.
Oh, was it?
Tokyo, yeah.
Oh, you really went? Okay.
Tokyo, yeah.
So it wasn't like a crazy consolation prize.
You're
That
sharp,
was
huh?
like a good thing to be there.
Yes,
Yeah, okay, cool.
yes. Bunch of guys that went on to play in the league. I remember were played in that with me. Guys from Nebraska, Rathman. You know, it was a who's who, and me.
In the country of Japan.
In the country of Japan. That's right.
What's this experience been like this week, Ron?
It's been interesting to say the least, but it's been fun. Again, you know, you got help from my responsibility. You got help from people doing their jobs, which makes my job a lot easier. But you know, just trying to take advantage of the opportunity, like these kids, just to maybe show somebody that I can do it if put in that position or given the chance. So it's been beneficial, I think, for me personally.
A little bit easier than Jacksonville week?
Yes. Yeah, not. I mean, this is important, but you know that deal there. I mean, that was tough. Yeah, that was tough.
You coached at a few of these, right? With Jacksonville.
Yeah, I think they got a plaque of me somewhere for alumni. I think it's my 5th one.
Yeah.
You know, actually, 2 with Tampa back in the day, and then 2 with Jacksonville, I think, and 1 now. So it's 5, maybe 6. I lose count.
What would you say of all those experiences is like the most beneficial to coaching? Like, what's the best thing you get out of it?
Yeah, hands-on with the players. You know, can learn a lot from them. That being with them in the meeting room. You know, how do they take coaching? Can they transfer it from the meeting room to the practice field? Maybe you teach them a technique early in the week, and to see how by the end of the week have they mastered that, or become not mastered it, but a lot more comfortable doing it. You know, which tells you a lot. You know, because in the NFL season, things are popping. It's ever changing, and if they can't adjust, then they're not a lot of good to you.
What have you thought of the tight end group that you have here?
Very pleased with them. You know, watched tape on them before they got here. Really like the group. I think some big, pretty guys in there, man. Golly, long and athletic, and show some toughness. Can make plays on the ball. Now they're not already made by no means, but was very excited to see this group. You know, probably the best group of guys that I've had, you know, to work with.
Ruckert is, I think, one of the kid from Ohio State is kind of pretty. It's interesting because he didn't have crazy college numbers, but you guys seem to, I mean, coaches, scouts, stuff like that. You guys seem to really like him. So what do you see that you love that maybe the statistics and stat books don't show?
Well, you got to take into account too the offense that he's in. When he was given opportunities, talking about in that offense, to make plays on the ball, he made plays on the ball. Don't know what's the extent of his route tree, how many routes he's ran, but had no issue catching the ball when it was thrown to him, and did not pass up a chance to knock hell out of somebody. He likes contact, and once he gets the ball in his hands, you know, he still likes contact, and he moves good, and he can. He has a burst after the catch. So there's a lot of positives about that kid. A lot of positives.
You seem to fall then in line with that notion that you guys like him a lot, like in terms of coaches and stuff. Really enjoy this kid.
Oh yeah, that's from a coach standpoint. There's nothing not to like. Again, there's some technique issues you got to incorporate with him and get him better at. But no, he's a fine prospect.
How about McBride, the Colorado State tight end?
Mike Bride's fine prospect. You know, he's tough guy, just tough. And I was telling Billy, my assistant, earlier, you know, it ain't gonna be nothing pretty. It's just doggone meat and potatoes, baby. You know, he loves to grind. He loves to strain. You know, really, and what he doesn't realize, and maybe he does realize it, but I think his technique from a blocking standpoint is has the furthest to go, you know. But he will stick his face in there. He will latch on. You know, we got to get his hands tighter on contact. We got to get his feet moving on contact. But the strain, the effort, the want to, all that is there. And the guy will make plays. He's not going to run away from anybody by no means, but he's going to make plays in the passing game. If you throw him the ball, he's going to catch it. So.
Ron, what was your reaction to the Brian Flores lawsuit?
You know, let me just say this. Right now I'm focused on these kids and my opportunity here to get this done. Ask me this next week or when we're done here about my feelings, but I really don't want to take the focus off of this right now.
How much of I think you touched upon it a little bit, but I mean, how much is that benefit? I mean, if you guys are in the market for a tight end, if you guys are in the market for an offensive lineman, you know, I know you're not, say, a quarterback. How much of a benefit is it coaching and seeing these kids and being? I mean, is it?
Immeasurable. It's huge. It's huge. It's huge. Like I say, you can watch all the tape. Okay, you get that aspect of it, but to see it, to know exactly what you told this kid to do, and then say he doesn't do it, how does he react to that? You know, how does he respond to that? That's information you want to know also, because when stuff gets tight, you know, you want to know what his mental makeup is, not so much just can he learn or that type of deal, but how does he respond to adversity? How does he respond to when he does do what you tell him to do, right? You know, so it's invaluable, I think, to have hands-on with these kids here, yes.
In your vast experience of coaching at the Senior Bowl,
yeah.
Can you think of a good example of a player who, like, really did catch your eye, who went on to have a nice career? I mean, something he did at the Senior Bowl that you were able to pick up through coaching him?
I appreciate the question, but I'm gonna go maybe a little opposite of that. Usman, the tight end from Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Had him at the Senior Bowl, okay? Auburn guy, you know, I'm an Auburn guy. He's an Auburn grad. Big pretty thing, you know. Had him all week. Huh? Is that Costello? Yeah. Y'all lied then, you know. But this guy, let me tell you, he's a big pretty and whatnot, and he was hurt during that whole time here at the Senior Bowl. He was hurt, but he battled through it. Just gave his all, you know. He got caught a couple times, you know, but he's limping around. But he didn't bag out. Didn't you know? Admired that about him. But then, you know, at the end, I just didn't see it, you know. And now look at him. You know, he's all, you know, he's all everything. Kids going to the Super Bowl and all that. So I answer your question in just the reverse. I might have my hands on him and whatnot, but that's still, you know, you still can be wrong about one. So.
Just to go the opposite way, and you don't have to name the player or the school or anything. Did you see a kid who did something that really turned you off to him at the scene? That I mean, you don't have to reveal who it was, but something, maybe he fell asleep in a meeting or something. You say, that's not for us.
That's the guy. Yeah.
Happens a lot.
I was gonna say happens
Well, it's usually one a year, you know, and you know you try to tell them guys, everything you do is being evaluated. Everything, you know, from the way you act in the dining hall to how you keep treat the housekeeping. You know, are you attentive and engaging in the meetings? You know, of course we're going to be looking at what you do on the field, but everything. And you know, if I got my choice, I'd rather not be with a butthole or have to deal with that. You know, but yeah, to answer your question, yes,
Yeah,
there has
so you
been
got
a good
some stories.
yeah.